All right, we're looking at your page 1 in your for your 401 notes. A relation is a set of ordered pairs. Now, they can be given in different forms. They could be given as coordinates. They can be given in a table. They could be given as graphs, or they can be given as what is called a mapping. So this maps x to y. So this tells me that 0, -2, but also 0, 1, and 1, 2, and 2, 1, and 3, 4 would be your ordered pairs. So a relation is a set of ordered pairs. A special relation where each x value maps to only one y value is called a function. So for every x value, it can only have one y value that it goes with to be a function. A relation must pass the vertical line test in order to be called a function. So if every function means every x value has only one y value. So if we look at our examples down here, I look at the x value. See how I have 0, 1, and I also have 0, 3? Well, then the x value of 0 has two y values. It has 1 and it has 3, which means this is not a function because you have 0 twice. So we don't really care what the y values are. We don't need to look at those. All we want to look at the x values. Are they all different, or are any of them the same? If they're all different, then it would be a function. If we look over here, -4, 3, 1, -2. My x values are all different, so that is a function. We don't care that 5 and 5, that those y values are the same. Doesn't matter. All we care about are the x values. So when you look at your table, same thing. We're going to look at the x values. We don't care about the y values. We're going to focus on the x column. I have 0 and 0, which means this is not a function. It's a relation, but it is not a function. When I come over here, I have -1, 8, +1, and 2. All of those x values are different, which means not only is this a relation, it's also a function. When we look at graphs, this is where this vertical line test comes into play. A vertical line is an up and down line. A vertical line test means that as I roll my pen, I should only be able to hit one point at a time. But if I look right here, see how these 2 points are over top of each other? That means this does not pass the vertical line test. Same thing, it's happening again here. It's happening again here. It's happening again here. There are multiple times. It only has to do it once for it to not be a function. Okay, so it doesn't have to happen multiple times. As long as it happens once, you can say, no, it's not a function. It's a relation, but it's not a function. If I'm looking here, every single time, I'm only on one point at a time. So this one is a function. When we look at our mappings, like we said, x's are the ones here on the left, and the y's are the ones on the right. So you see how this 0 has two lines coming out of it. That's taking 0 to -2 and 0 to 1. which means 0 has 2 y values with it, which makes this one a relation, but not a function. When I look here, I've got one line coming out, one line, one line, one line, and one line. This is a function. It does not matter that there are 2 going to 5. All we care about are the x's. Okay? The first thing, or the next thing on your agenda is completing page 2, front and back. I want you to write function if it's a function. You're going to cross out this. I want you to write relation. I want you to write relation if it's not a function, because it's still a relation. It's just not a function. So function on the function ones, and relation if it's not a function. Okay? And then you can check those with the answer key, and then move on to IXLs, and then do the last worksheet after the IXLs.